سلام بچه‌ها، چطورید رفقا؟ من محمد رضا هستم و خوش اومدی به کانال گیم مارتی هفت و بازی ومپایر پارت 5 بازی ومپایر. بریم. کجا باید بریم؟ پیدا کنید. خب باید کجا بریم؟ البته نوشته ما که قبلا پیدا کردیم این مواقع رو. برو به مپ. برو مپ. سودیوم پیدا نکردیم هنوز. سودیوم پیدا نکردیم بس. فکر کنم باید برگردیم. خب برگردیم به بیمارستان. خب سودیوم جون کجایی عزیز دلم؟ سودیوم یار خوشگلم سودیوم. چی؟ خب 1 ساعت پیدا کردیم. من سودیوم میخوام. من چه قبلا اومدیم اینجا. ببخشید. ما چه قبلا اومدیم اینجا. اینجا سودیومی در کار نیست. خب اینجا هم که باز نمیشه. بودو ببینم سودیوم کجاست. یا بلفرس یا بلفرس. وا نمیشه. اینجا هم که باز نمیشه. تو چیزی داری همو؟ نه بودو سری بودو. حالا سودیوم از کجا پیدا کنیم؟ بودو پایین سری. سری سری سری. فکر کنم صدای شنیدم. نه صدای موسیقی بود. نگو سودیوم اینجاست. نگو رو میزه.
Sodium chloride. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
واش دفعه قبل اومدیم از کنار شد شده. بابا ول کن. برو بالا. اینجا هم که دوباره درواز نیست باید برگردیم. این میزو میخواستم من. اینو میخواستم من. خب نیست. خب واسه اینجی. نه نمیخوایم. اینو میخوام آپگرید کنم. این از اون یکی بهتره. لول 3 مرحله 2 البته. خب واسه این هم چیزی نداریم. این 85 65 سرعت عمل. خب اینو میخوام من. اره رو بجاش. اره عملی. واسه عملی. بدو خیلی عقب موندیم. بدو. خوبه بدو. خب داروی درمان خستگی رو باید درست کنیم. اطلاعیه عمومی. آنفولانزا اسپانیایی پیشگیری از آنفولانزا اسپانیایی پیشگیری کنید. به هنگام سرفه عطسه عین کرونا. درست قشنگ وضعیت ما رو در چندین سال گذشته رو نشون میده. درکتون میکنیم درکتون. خب بودو بودو یه لحظه بریم. مخفیگاه. خب نمیخوام برم مخفیگاه. نصف شب در باغ خیلی میخوام ببینم این کیف پول کی بود.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I
بله
can't think of
بله.
any better news during
من
these
متعلق
terrible
به همه
times.
Do
شما
we know
هستم.
each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
نه نمیخوام بپرسم.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
وقت اونو با این ندر ندیم. ولش کنیم بعدا میریم سراغ این کیف پول. اول بریم به بیمارا کمک کنیم. همینجاست. نه فکر کردم واسه مرحلمون اینجاست. اوه کنم باید بریم بالا طبقه بالا. بکنم برگردیم باید دفتر خودمون. آها خب اینم دفتر خودمون. آها خب خواست درستش کردیم. حل دار رو ندونستی درست کردیم تصادفی. فکر کنم باید ببریم پیش اون دکتر. آقا دکتره که ما رو برده اینجا. نه پس اونجا نبود. به دنبال شهروند بگردیم. خب باید با همه اینا هم حرف بزنیم. اون کیه؟ خوناشامن؟ فکر کنم اونا خوناشامن. سب کن ببینم. بیا بیرون اونا خوناشامن فکر کنم. کجایین شما؟ بدو اونا خوناشامن بدو.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
نه
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
حتما بزرگ اینجا ایشون هستن. یک مشتری بیمارستان. سب کن ببینم اوه پس ومپایر نیستن اینا. شاید هم باشن.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really?
اه.
Why are you
Eh.
here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
اه. خب برگرد.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
باشه نخواستم.
I'll let you get...
Good evening, sir.
برو بخور به خودت.
Doctor.
Good
بذار
evening,
ببینم.
madam.
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick.
خب
Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
مادرش از پسرش زبون تره. ای وای. نه نمیخوام.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm all right.
نخواستم.
Don't waste your time with me.
نمیخوام. خب خب با ادگار سوانزی صحبت کنیم. ادوار سوانزی کیه؟ آقای ادوارد سوانزلی کیه؟ آقای ادوارد سوانزلی. صبر کن. فهمیدم که بدو فهمایش کردیم کیه. بدو. خب تا بگه
Please, Jonathan, come in.
بله داره کتاب شکسپیر رو میخونی؟ بودن یا نبودن
In the last
مسئله این
decade,
است.
so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous
igen,
as chatting
işte
about
esto.
vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you,
بله
Jonathan.
مرد خیلی
Something that will
بزرگی
require
است.
all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
خب باش. با خیر صحبت کن. خب باش. بریم کجا؟ فکر کنم برمیگردونه به اتاقمون. ها؟ اینجا رستم باز نکردی؟ او یه مقاله بزرگ. خب یه مقاله درباره ایکان ها. خب نگه دارید خودتون بخونید چون نمیخوام تایم ویدیو خیلی طولانی بشه. خب بریم. بادا اوه حله. خیلی خوب شد این ور وا شد. باز شد.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk.
این همون خانم خوناشامه است.
And we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
لباسمون رو درست کنیم. خب سلام خانم جون.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
ممنون.
You seem
شب شما هم
surprised.
بخیر.
Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
دقیقاً. خوشحالم که میبینمت.
You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
Yeah.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
خانم یه لحظه عرض اذیتت نکرده نه؟
Trouble.
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
Oh.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for.
میخوام به
by
حرفت
women
باور
like you.
کنم.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
هدف والاتر؟
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
یه خون آشامی
Who would
دیگه
be
است
so
که تهدید
foolish as
کنه؟
to threaten you, a kindred spirit?
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Oh.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved,
حتما
I'll be your
حتما
obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
خب فعلا خب بچه ها صبر کنید یه چند لحظه با منظره بیمارستان به این بزرگی که همش ظاهر میشه تو صفحه نمایش. خب مانیتور البته. خب بچه ها خوشحالم که تا آخر ویدیو من رو تماشا کردید و همراهیم کردید. ممنونم ازتون. اگه از ویدیو خوشتون اومد لایک کنید و سابسکرایب هم یادتون نره. ممنون. تا بعد، تا بازی های بعدی، تا پارت های بعدی. خداحافظ.